Every few months, the internet floods with warnings about a planet going into retrograde, causing millions to fear a period of inevitable cosmic sabotage. Within this system, the positions of the planets serve as an esoteric map of the psyche. This symbolic language allows for the interpretation of complex human experiences through the lens of celestial geometry. Astronomically, a planet never actually moves in reverse. It is an optical illusion created by relative orbital speeds, much like passing a slower car on the highway makes it appear as though the other vehicle is moving backward. If this reversal is merely a celestial trick of the light, why did ancient observers build an entire psychological architecture around it? In astrological language, this apparent reversal describes a specific architecture of tension. The planetary path reflects a shift in the quality of time, signaling a transition from outward action to internal review. This symbolic connection stems from the planet's path. As it retraces degrees of the zodiac it has already crossed, it forces a literal revisitation of celestial territory. In this system, that physical backtrack creates a psychological review loop. As an archetype, the retrograde halts the drive for constant expansion. It enforces a necessary pause, demanding that we stop accumulating new experiences to process what has already occurred. This celestial geometry is designed to pull outward relational friction inward, initiating a period of intense internal reflection. The cycle begins during the pre-shadow phase. This is the first pass, when a planet initially crosses a specific degree of the zodiac and sets the stage for the coming recursion. As the planet moves, it often forms a strict 90-degree angle with other points in the chart, a tense geometric relationship known symbolically as a square. This angular pressure represents the introduction of external friction in our waking lives. A sudden roadblock at work, a sharp miscommunication in a relationship, or a newly formed problem demanding immediate attention. Then, the planet enters the stationing phase. From our perspective on Earth, it appears to completely freeze in the sky. Psychologically, this is the moment of maximum gridlock. Momentum evaporates, and the ability to project our will outward into the world is blocked. The outward energy has peaked. The pressure can no longer be resolved through external action, leaving the energy primed for internal recursion. Now, the retrograde truly begins. The planet retraces its steps, sliding backward over the exact same degrees it just crossed. This initiates the recursion. We are forced to revisit the precise tension we encountered during that first pass, but this time the perspective is entirely internal. Often, this backward motion creates an opposition aspect, 2 points sitting perfectly across from each other, locking the energy into a polarized state. You are staring at the shadow side of your initial problem. This geometric polarity demands a review of your own habits, your assumptions, and the internal mythologies you've built around the situation. The backward motion of the loop provides the space required for the internal digestion of an external event. Eventually, the backward slide ends. The planet enters the station direct phase, halting once more before finally resuming its forward trajectory. The period of intensive psychological recursion concludes. The introspective weight lifts, and the focus begins to shift outward again. This brings us to the final pass, or the post-shadow phase. The planet crosses that exact same stretch of the zodiac for a third and final time. The initial harsh angles dissolve. The strict 90-degree pressure of the square gives way to a fluid 120-degree relationship, a geometric harmony known as a trine. Symbolically, this points to integration. It represents the practical application of whatever you confronted during the reversal. Without this final forward pass, the insights gained in the dark would quickly fade. The action of moving forward over the same ground locks the psychological lesson permanently into place. Within this esoteric framework, human progress is never a straight, uninterrupted line. If our forward momentum were infinite, we would endlessly accumulate raw experiences, reacting to friction without ever pausing to understand our part in it. The retrograde cycle serves as the essential rhythm engine of human emotional evolution. Approaching these cycles as an archetypal map allows the dread to vanish. The celestial pattern becomes a tool for mastery, transforming an optical illusion into a purposeful mechanic for growth.